A gap in employment doesn't mean it's game over for your job application. Many candidates have gaps in their CV, especially since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. There are lots of valid reasons for taking time away from work. These include unemployment, travelling, illness, or looking after children. Especially for women, who represent 91% of people returning to work. It's all about handling the gap effectively, positively, and truthfully. Here's how to explain employment gaps on your CV. Before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more career tips. They say honesty is the best policy, and that's definitely true for explaining a gap in employment. 1 in 10 people admit they've lied on their CV, with 35% of them lying about the length of time spent at a job. Don't try to hide gaps this way. Employers will discover the truth when they request references, and that could cost you the job. However, smart formatting could make the gap look smaller. For example, you could list the months of employment instead of specific dates. A gap from April to July sounds like 2 months off, but a gap from the 2nd of April to the 30th of July looks like 4 months off. If your employment gap was over 10 years ago, there's no problem, as you only need to show your last 10 years of work history on your CV. You could also use a functional CV, focusing on skills and experience, instead of a chronological work history. Don't leave long gaps unexplained. Own the narrative and put a positive spin on your time off work. If you've been travelling, are there any skills or knowledge areas you've gained relevant to the job description? Mention them on your CV. However, if you're currently employed and have been for several months, then you shouldn't need to explain previous gaps on your CV. Instead, focus on describing your current role, responsibilities, and achievements. Employers are more interested in what you've done recently than gaps in the past. Just have positive answers ready in case you're asked about any gaps in an interview. If you're currently out of work due to unemployment, illness, or caring for someone, try to use your time effectively. Are there any professional development courses you could take? If your CV shows you're still progressing your career proactively, employers are much more likely to view gaps in a positive light. Finding a voluntary job is also a great use of your time away from work. 82% of people responsible for hiring say they're more likely to choose a candidate with volunteering on their CV. And 85% are willing to overlook flaws in a CV when candidates have included volunteering experience. Here's how you could be proactive during a gap in employment. Meet Olivia. She was working as a data analyst, but was recently made redundant. However, she's using her time wisely by pursuing her interest in website design. She's been taking free online courses to develop her skills, enrolling in a free web development introduction, and watching HTML coding lectures online. Now she's working towards a certification in responsive web design on an industry-specific platform. Olivia's also practicing what she's learning by creating her own websites from scratch. She's just been offered the chance to volunteer at a local software company once a week, where she'll be able to shadow experienced web designers. Now, Olivia can update her CV to include everything she's done during her gap in employment. So that's how to explain employment gaps in your CV. Be honest, proactive, and positive for the best chance of being invited to an interview. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to PurpleCV's YouTube channel.